Hello, my lovable misfits. I bet you're wondering why there's anti-Semite meme type references in my title. Well, we're going after little Norm over here. Oh, Norm, Norman, Normie. Oh, Norm. Mm, this isn't the own you think it is, baby. And I'm not even a Vivzy pop stan. I'm not. I don't stan anybody. But this isn't the own you think it is, sweetheart. Before we get into this, those of you that don't know Vivzy Pop, she's the producer of Has Been Hotel, which is what is being referenced in today's video, and Norm's take, which is going to even impress Mr. Fantastic. Why, you ask? Because Norm is seeing anti-Semites everywhere. Kind of a callback to my first rant on this channel, isn't it? He thinks Mimsy, a new character that's going to be introduced to the Has Been Hotel series, is an anti-Semite character. Or at least a caricature. So we're going to go into this. And we're going to go into this hard because I am going to debunk it. So Normie, sweetheart, baby, how you doing? How's it going? Baby, this isn't the own you think it is because you wrong on so many goddamn levels, it's sickening. Hooked nose. You're saying a hooked nose is anti-Semitic. You're probably thinking of that little goblin caricature from way back that is supposed to satirize or make fun of, a greedy Jewish person. The one that's rubbing his hands together and the nose is about out to here and hooked. Hi, editing me here. I goofed. It wasn't a goblin caricature. It was this caricature right here that I was referring to. I had a brain fart. Please excuse me. I will now return you to your normally scheduled rant. I hate to burst your bubble, but there are several ethnicities out there that have hooked noses. It's actually a genetic trait. It's not relegated to one particular ethnicity. So that's debunking number one, I would probably say. Your second one is short and fat. There's nothing wrong with short and fat characters. That has nothing to do whether or not the character is Jewish or not. Anybody from any nationality, race, or ethnicity can be short and fat. It's got nothing to do with being Jewish. Greedy and money obsessed. You want to know how many ethnicities out there run the stereotype of being greedy, penny pinchers, and money obsessed? I could list them, but I'd probably get in trouble on YouTube. It's not just Jewish. Okay? There's like, how is your only fat character an anti-Semitic caricature? How do you fuck up this bad? They didn't fuck up, honey. They didn't fuck up. You did. Because of that epic reach. So, we're going to take a look at this for a minute. Yep. It says, owes quite a few people money, materialistic. And then if you keep going down here, it says, Brooklyn accent, very 1920s manner of speaking. That isn't the only thing that's 1920s. Flappers. Say hello to flappers, Norm. I don't know if you know about them, because I don't know how old you are, Norm. And I keep calling you Norm because I have no clue what the fuck your pronouns are, because in this day and age, that's a minefield. Flappers, especially around the 1920s. 1920s was a time of prohibition. If you don't know what prohibition is, Norm, I'm about to educate you. The United States was drier than the Sahara Desert, meaning alcohol in all of its forms was illegal. This led to the rise of speakeasies, gin joints, places that were hidden in order to play jazz, gamble, and do what? Drink booze. Anything from beer to gin could be found at these speakeasies, but most of the time it was hard liquor. That was the thing that most people were after. And in these speakeasies, you could find flappers, because flappers that were anywhere in their mid-teens to mid-20s were shirking the very prim and proper Victorian style from the 1890s. They were wild, they were boisterous, they were out there, they were doing anything they considered adventurous. Some would even call them the first feminists because they were very sexually promiscuous, they loved to gamble, they were very materialistic. You see where this is going? And they were often found hanging on the arms of sugar daddies that had lots of money. They would prostitute themselves and they loved to gamble. I know I mentioned that. Two things that would have them in debt to certain people. I'll let your imagination run wild on that one. As far as being materialistic, well, that leads back to the sugar daddies and the rich men. And a term that is used nowadays, I believe it's called gold digger. So no, not anti-Semitic. That's strike two. The other thing that you are so worried about as I scroll down over here and you're like, newsflash, update, Mimsy is a name of Hebrew origin. This keeps getting worse and worse. Oh my God, it's anti-Semitic. Mimsy with an S is actually English, German, French, yes, Yiddish, and Hebrew. For sometimes comes from Miriam. Now, I don't know how you get Mimsy from Miriam. That's none of my know-how, but it's not succinctly Hebrew. But her name isn't spelt with an S. Her name is spelt with a Z. And when you actually spell Mimsy with a Z, it's more Irish in origin than Hebrew. 70% more Irish than Hebrew. But you didn't care to go that far into your digging because, you know, confirmation bias. And then there's the fandom page. Dink. Let's click on Mimsy and see what she looks like now. Where's the hook nose? I don't see a hook nose there. Let's see what they're describing her as. Mimsy is a short, curvy, pale-skinned woman with thick thighs, wide hips, and plump breasts. Her platinum blonde hair is in a 1920 style bob cut. She wears a typical 1920 style flapper dress in magenta shades, along with a dark pink headband. She is a bratty, materialistic diva who appears to have many self-centered traits that the people around her react strongly to. And here's the best part of all. They didn't go to etymology or naming websites to figure out what they wanted Mimsy to mean. They went to Lewis Carroll. And this Mimsy is a blend of miserable and flimsy. So, nope. Not anti-Semitic. Not in the least. Not in the freaking least. I'm a Jew, by the way, if that's important. You know, as many times as I've heard that you should be black and racist against your own race, I think they call it colorist, and that white people, no matter their ethnicity, can be racist. Yeah, you can be a racist being a Jew. Because if you take a look at an animated character and the first thing you think of is, oh my God, they're making fun of Jews, who's the anti-Semite? Hey guys, that's it for the video today. And here are my supporters that I love and cherish more than anything. There's a subscribe button down there. You can hit it if you want to see more. Hit that bell if you want to be notified for more material. There's going to be a video I'd like you to watch down this way, and a couple of places that I need you to subscribe to. Those are my other channels. Well, one of them is my other channel. The other one is this channel. So until next time, my lovable misfits, behave. And if you can't behave, at least be good at it, right? See you next time.